I first heard about the Chiron clinic when I was doing some research to find out alternative methods of checking my breast health rather than the mammography that's offered on the NHS in the UK. I qualified as a radiographer in the late 70s and actually worked as a mammographer, so I know rather a lot about the subject. And I've actually written a book and taught radiation safety all over the UK to doctors and radiographers, so it's a subject I really do know quite a lot about. I worked as a radiographer, and in the days when I qualified, the type of energy that was used was very different to what's being used in modern mammography clinics. We don't have data on how safe it is, and basically the female population is being used as a massive cohort of guinea pigs to find out whether it's dangerous or not, and I don't want to be one of those guinea pigs, thank you very much. Another one of the problems is, and particularly a problem for women with larger breasts like mine, is that the breast tissue has to be compressed between two plastic paddles in order to get the radiation through the tissue. And in a small number of cases, that can actually lead to rupture of the breast. I don't want that to happen to me or anybody else. This technology isn't as safe as we're being led to believe. Thermography is much, much safer. My ambition for breast imaging is that thermography would be offered to all women as an alternative to mammography. I think it's a safer, it's a less unpleasant procedure, and it has a huge advantage that it actually picks up breast cancerous changes much earlier than does mammography. Thermography detects the vascular changes, that's the little blood vessels growing to feed an early tumour between 6 and 10 years earlier than you would actually see a change on a mammogram. So by that time, the tumour's already quite advanced and may well have started metastasising, that's spreading to other parts of the body. That's not a great balance. You're already irradiating the tissue, and then you're only offering them a much lower chance of full recovery and survival because it's much, much later in the process. Early detection is incredibly important in breast cancer because the upset and distress caused to women who are told they've got terminal cancer and the distress and horrendous impact it has on their families, sometimes women who've got young children, we need to get this right. And the way we're approaching it, I think, within the NHS, state-funded medicine is not the right way. We're only looking for breast cancer changes far too late because mammography only picks up when there's already calcification in a fairly advanced cancerous lump, and it has to be a fairly large size, well over 1 millimetre, before it's actually going to be visible on an X-ray image. Thermography picks up at a much earlier stage when the blood vessels are already growing to feed the tiny tumour at a much earlier stage than the mammography process does. If detected early, the possible interventions using nutritional support, food supplements, changes in diet and lifestyle can have a much, much more supportive and better chance of dealing with the health threat. I've recommended thermography instead of mammography to all my friends and family. Everyone I know knows my views on it. It's just got to be a better bet all round. Just saddens me that I'm turning down an expensive NHS procedure and paying out of my own pocket for a far better procedure that I have to have done privately. I would like to wonder how long mammography would have remained a national screening programme if men had to present their testicles to be squished in a really painful device in the name of medical imaging and then blasted with radiation. I don't think they would accept that. Why should us women have to do it?